All right, what is up, Notre Dame fans? We are back after a bye week with another edition of WOPU Wednesdays. We have a really special guest with us today. It's junior kicker Harrison Leonard. Harrison, how are you doing, man? And thanks for joining us.
Doing well. Thank you for having me. Excited to be here.
And I mentioned that Harrison is a special guest. That's because he's been one of our main points of contact for these videos. He's helped us get most of the guys that you have already seen uh, their interviews set up. Obviously, he's here with us today to talk about some of the things that he's doing off the field, which is quite a lot. He's really one of the main reasons that we are sponsored by Auggies Locker Room, and the WAPU Nation at Notre Dame has a deal running with Auggies Locker Room as well. So we'll start right there, Harrison. How did that come about, and what is your relationship like with the guys at Augie's locker room?
Yeah, no, really excited to provide these opportunities each week with all the athletes. All the guys on the team, they've been extremely excited to get on here and kind of be able to talk and allow the fan base to learn more about them. It's been awesome. And the Augie's deal, Augie's been great. Ever since the beginning of just the NIL, I approached him and he's been nothing but the best and helping me, and we've been learning through it together. And the results have been amazing for both Augie and us.
Yeah, absolutely. And I actually just got one of those WAPU versus everybody shirts as a result of us doing these videos, and it's really awesome. I can't wait to wear it out and about in South Bend. If it's good enough for Marcus Freeman to wear it, then I'll wear it as well. We talked about you kind of being one of the main reasons that all of this is happening. You're a co-founder of something called Our Playbook. So just kind of tell us a little bit about Our Playbook and what the mission is with that and helping some of your peers.
Yeah, yeah, no, I'd love to. Really excited about it. Basically, our playbook, our mission is to provide a place where all athletes can go and use their name, image, and likeness. As a current athlete, I wanted to provide an opportunity where my teammates, my friends, have a safe place to go where we can all work together and find the good in this NIL rule, which is encouraging.
Yeah, and obviously, one of the things that our playbook just helped bring about is a deal with Iconic. Some people might have seen it on social media with a bunch of Notre Dame student athletes tweeting about Iconic. But for those who don't know what Iconic is all about, what's the deal that you guys struck up there, and how cool is it for all you guys to be working with Iconic?
Yeah, no, the deal was awesome. The reaction from the guys was amazing. They all loved everything they got. They were given the opportunity to get whatever piece they want on the Iconic website, and they all got to redecorate their rooms a little bit. And um, like it was an amazing opportunity of a lifetime to be able to give all my teammates such gratification. I I just really glad to give the opportunity.
Yeah, obviously you talked about some guys being able to dress up their walls a little bit and their houses, apartments, wherever they may live. So just kind of explain to the watchers out there who might not know what Iconic is all about, what these guys are getting from Iconic.
Yeah, yeah. So every athlete got they're all canvas art, so digital canvas, kind of similar to the one you have in your wall right behind you. Um, Everyone got a free piece like that. They're all motivational quotes, very cool artwork that they can hang up there, and then they also um, receive a percentage of all the sales.
So yeah, 105 student athletes went out and tweeted about that last week, which is pretty crazy. And I think it's really cool that our playbook is there for you guys to help some of these student athletes know what they're getting into, know what they're signing up for, and try to get the most out of NIL, which is really cool. So for students who might be watching this, student athletes out there, how can they get involved with this? Who do they need to reach out to, and what is the process like to get on board with you guys to make the most of this, like I said.
Yeah, no, and I'll also add to that. It was really encouraging also just to take NIL and be able to see a time when the team got to come together and work together, which was awesome. Because you don't see that very often, and that's what we're trying to bring is team building stuff. So But in terms of reaching out and trying to get involved, just I would contact us on our social media accounts at Our Playbook. It's at our underscore playbook. And just send us a message there and we'll get back to you right away. And we want to encourage all athletes to reach out because we want to help every athlete that wants the help.
Yeah, the landscape is definitely changing in college athletics, so it's really cool to have people like yourself and our playbook there to kind of help out with that. But obviously, as we mentioned at the very beginning of this video, you are a student athlete at Notre Dame. You're a football player and a kicker. In 2019, you actually got to attempt 4 extra points. You made all 4 of them. So it's one thing to walk on at a place like Notre Dame with all the tradition and just a football powerhouse in the history of this awesome sport. It's another thing to actually go out there and put up points on the board for Notre Dame. What was that like? And I'm sure that those were memories that you always cherish the rest of your life.
Yeah, no, it was really unreal just walking out there and going out to kick an extra point. Just felt like the stadium was endless. It just kept going up and up and up. But once you get the first one over with, it was a big relief off your chest. And then kind of when it sets in, you're like, wow, I scored a point, and that point's in the history books forever. Really a cool moment and something I'll never forget.
Yeah, absolutely. But, academics also very important at Notre Dame. So we like to learn what you guys are doing off the field, obviously. You've got some extracurriculars going on for sure. But in the classroom, what are you studying and what do you hope to get out of your Notre Dame education and where it can take you career wise once you graduate?
So I'm studying finance in the Mendoza Business School. I've learned so much, especially just working with the students at the university. Just everyone you meet in every class is just really bright, and it's every class you go to, it's an experience to learn something new.
And as far as post grad plans, anything in the works yet, or just kind of taking it one day at a time and seeing where this great degree can get you?
Yeah, right now my post grad plans are to work on our playbook full time. Um, I love I love what I'm doing. It's really cool to offer all these opportunities for other athletes, and it's really gives a lot of gratification back to myself. It's hard work, but I love it, and just want to keep doing it.
Well, awesome, Harrison. Like we said at the very beginning, you're definitely one of the more special guests that we've had on here, just because you've had a hand in putting all of this together, and really cool what you've done with Auggies locker room, our playbook, iconic, and everything NIL related. So, before we get you out of here, we'll ask you what we ask every one of our guests: Auggies locker room. How cool of a place is it actually to go in there and to see everything that he has to offer, from merchandise to some collector's items and whatnot. And I'm sure every time you get in there, you feel like you're in a Notre Dame time capsule, so to speak.
Yeah, no, the place is so cool. Every time I go in there, he tells me he wants to turn it into a museum. He has so many cool stuff, from an old Letterman jacket to old helmets to Chase Claypool signed helmets to legit anything, like the shoes they wore in Ireland during the game from 2012. Literally anything you can imagine. When my family comes to town and it's a green out, I always bring them there to get the most affordable stuff for the game.
Yeah, absolutely. It's definitely a must go to if you're in town for the Notre Dame game this weekend against USC, another one against North Carolina after that. So, a couple of big weekends on tap for Notre Dame fans. Definitely stop by Augie's locker room. And Harrison, thanks for coming on and telling us everything that you've got going on, which is a lot, man. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me.